Whether it's Facebook, MySpace, 100 million people, wow. We'll sell them something. There's a lot. I'm going to get in early on that too. Virtual goods, absolutely. The behavior of saying all things are free, I agree. Some things should be free. The barrier of entry, the bar of entry lower in many circumstances. But I don't want to keep on being an advocate of saying everything is free. It doesn't work. These lights are on. Somebody's going to have to pay this light bill here. So everything over the internet shouldn't be free. Some things are lost leaders. But somebody has to buy something in order for business to continue. So that behavior going forward just needs an adjustment. And it's like anything else. If you start to slowly adjust the behavior, it'll change. And with music, I'm going the opposite direction of some of my friends. I have to be careful because they really are my friends. It's not just, So I think that the price of music is still too high. I think it's still too high. I think if I've eliminated manufacturing, I've eliminated distribution, so I'm replicating 1.5. Whether I do it 1 million times, it costs me the same as I do once. So how can I be raising the price of a single? And then try to explain to you that there is some kind of value-added proposition in me raising, a new one you'll give me $1.29, and it may be a little old one, 99 cents, maybe one is selling less, 89 cents. I see all of those prices just need to come down, or we're going to continue to fight the same issues. But that's a different challenge for a different time, a different audience. But in the next 40, 45 days, I'll offer my solution to that problem, along with some others. And I've already entered into negotiations with some important people in the social media model, which means not just talking, but listening. I'll make a few points, and then I'll totally open it up for questions with respect to, I should say, not barred at all. No limits on the questions. But here's what I found very interesting and very important for me in social media as both a brand and an entrepreneur. Perception. And I've mentioned this before, but today more than ever, the value of perception is more important than reality. And I'd be willing to debate some of the finer minds in this room and across the globe on that, but perception has trumped reality today. And why should a brand be involved in social media? Because if you're allowing someone else to control the perception of what your brand is, you're in trouble. So getting into or joining the conversation in social media, joining the feedback loop, is not an option. It's something you have to do. Because if someone else says something negative about the brand and it just goes in that circle and you don't get in, the cycle takes on its own life. And by the time you do get in, then the brand is harmed. As an artist, I want to get out in front of the conversation. So if I'm coming with a new music, a new movie, a new product, I want to start talking about it ahead of time, listen to the feedback, make my adjustments, not necessarily on my content, but I'm making adjustments based upon the feedback that I'm hearing on how I market it to you. That's very important to me because a lot of preconceived, again, perceptions happen when you even mention that you're creating a product, whatever that is. The third installment of a movie. Oh, come on, I'm not going to see the third one. But if it's marketed correctly from some of you marketing geniuses in the room, if the campaign is right, at least we have an opportunity or a window to grab your attention. Perception, managing the perception, controlling the perception, and then at the same time being a person who continues to add to the ongoing conversation is very important in social media. I've had probably maybe 8 or 9 very important conversations recently about what we're doing next. And each one of them come back to the same thing. We test, we listen to the feedback, we correct, and then we move forward. And that's what we've been able to do, not only with my brand, but some of the closer brands that I'm in business with. With that being said, I promised to several people that I wouldn't be just ongoing in my conversation, but I would entertain the questions relative to my brand or my ideas or concepts. And I'll start in the back of the room.